So today's video is going to be very exciting because today we're going to backtest our supply and demand indicator, which we launched in the beginning of this month. We're going to go on the charts and look at the supply and demand zones that the indicator has drawn, and we're going to backtest and see what are the win and loss percentage for our supply and demand indicator. Hey guys, welcome back. So today in this video we're going to talk about how our supply and demand indicator is performing and how it's drawing the real-time supply and demand zones in the charts, and how you can benefit from those supply and demand zones as well. So there are certain reasons why you should trade with supply and demand indicator, okay? And because the supply and demand indicator is the basics of every financial market, and I'm going to show you what are some reasons, and then I'm going to show you why and how it is performing so well, okay? So let me just go here, and here we can see that first thing is it offers a very high risk to reward ratio, because the supply and demand, as I just said, is the basics of any financial market, and the market always follows the basic rules of supply and demand. So the first thing is that it offers a very high risk to reward ratio because the stop losses are very small, and it allows us to take pinpoint entries. The second thing is best confluence in trading strategy. So whenever you're trading with any strategy that you have developed, you should use the supply and demand indicator, because it can act as a very good confluence in order to favor your trade or favor your analysis that you have done. And if by applying the supply and demand indicator, if you find a zone or a confluence that is resonating with your analysis, then that can increase the probability of your trade winning even more, okay? And the third thing is it allows us tight stop loss levels. As I just said, it gives us the pinpoint entries, and the stop loss of the supply and demand zones is always very small as compared to other trading strategies that are available in the market or that you can develop. And the fourth one is it helps in risk management because it has a fixed stop loss. In cases where you have a trailing stop loss in which you have to change your stop loss depending upon the situation, in that case your risk management gets destroyed. But in case of supply and demand indicator, it can help you give the fixed stop loss, and it allows for better risk management because then you're just treating one stop loss instead of changing your stop loss with each swing in the market or each change in the market. So now let's go towards the charts and see how the indicator is performing. So if we go towards here, we can see that this is the real-time chart, and the indicator plotted a rally base drop supply zone, because you can see there is the first big candle or bullish candle, and then these are the base candles, and then again there is the drop candle or bearish candle. So this is our rally base drop supply zone, and this means that now the supply zone has been created and market is going to come back in order to pick the pending orders from this supply zone, which it did. And here you can see after the formation of supply zone, the indicator started drawing the supply zone in real time, and as soon as this candle closed, it started drawing the supply zone. And it also can give you a notification if you set up the notifications from this alerts tab. So here, after the formation of supply zone, the market came back in order to pick the pending orders that were placed by the institutions, and then you can see how much in the bearish direction the market has moved. Now, as we discussed in the above points, that it allows us to take high risk to reward entries. Let me just show you what I meant there. So let me just go here, and if I take the short position here, and let me just draw. So our stop loss would be just above the high of our supply zone, and our take profit, as you can see here, can go towards even 7.34, so which is very good risk to reward ratio, and our stop loss is very small as compared to the profit or the risk to reward ratio that you're getting. So let me just remove this. In the previous trade or in the previous signal that you can see here, the indicator had drawn the rally base and rally demand zone, and the trading psychology or the market structure of demand zone allows us to detect that here the markets or the institutions are going to place their pending orders. So after the formation of this rally base rally demand zone, the market came back in order to pick those pending orders right after in the next candle, and from here you can see the market moved in the bullish direction till this level, which is again very good. And I also said in past videos about supply demand that markets always move zone from zone to zone. As you can see here, that this is the demand zone and this is the supply zone. So market gave a bullish move from this zone to this zone, and after that, after the formation of the supply zone, the market started moving in the bearish direction. That also proves out to be correct, that market moves from one zone to another zone. So here again, in this case of rally demand zone, the market picked the pending orders right in the next candle, and it gave us a very big bullish move, and our stop loss again is very tight, and our risk to reward ratio is very good. Let me just take the long position here, and let me just draw. So if I put my stop loss just below the low of our demand zone, and we could have achieved the profit till the risk to reward ratio of 5.52, which is again very good. And let me just go back and show you again in the past signal or another signal. Here you can see that the indicator is showing us that there is, let me just bring this front, the indicator is showing us that there is a base drop supply zone. And as I just said, in case of previous supply zone as well, in this supply zone the market will come back in order to pick the pending order, which it did here. So in this case here, there is a small movement in the bearish direction after picking the pending orders, but still it is almost 1 to 1 risk to reward ratio. If I just take the short position here, and you can see that it is still almost 1:1 movement, which is not bad. Okay, but I would say it's not a very good trading setup like in this case here, but it's still, it did give the bearish move. And let me just go back. Here's another rally demand zone, and if I just go here, you can see the market came back in order to pick the pending orders from this zone, because the zone level would have been here. You cannot see the drawing of this zone because indicator draws the real-time zones. As you can see here, there's already another rally zone present. So as soon as this zone was detected, the indicator stops drawing this one and starts drawing this zone. And also this zone was invalidated when this candle closed above. But here, when this zone was formed, you can see the market also gave a bullish move from here to here, which is again a very good. Okay, and it's still profit of 1:1 or even greater. So let me just go back, and here you can see the formation of another drop-based rally demand zone. Now, as I explained earlier, that in demand zones the market will come back in order to pick the pending orders, and then will give a bullish move. So if I zoom out, you can see here that this zone was fresh till this level, and here the market came back in order to pick those pending orders, and then after you can see that it gave a very big bullish move. So again, the supply and demand indicator allowed us to take the pinpoint entry. As you can see here, as soon as the demand found, we would have put our pending buy order and put our stop loss at this level and put our take profit at whatever the percentage or whatever strategy you're using. So this can also, like here, the market came back in order to pick the pending orders, and then after that it moved in the bullish market. So let me just show you what would have been the risk to reward ratio in this case. So let me just zoom out, and our target could have been anywhere around that. So that's an almost 11 per risk to reward ratio, which is again very good. Okay, and if we go back and see here, you can see that there's formation of rally based drop supply zone, and from here the market came back in order to pick the pending order from this level, as you can see here, and then gave a bearish move. If you want to see this zone, what we can do is replay the market. So let me just go here and replay till this level. So here you can see that this is the supply zone forming here, and market came back in order to pick the pending order, and then after that it gave a big bearish move, and this is still a very good risk to reward ratio. Okay, and our stop loss would have been above this, so this is still a very good risk to reward ratio. And let me just close this. No, and if I want to, let me just close this. So if we move even a bit backward, you can see here that in this case the market, the indicator detected a drop based rally demand zone. Right after, in the next candle, the market came back in order to pick this pending order in this candle, and then you can see the risk to reward ratio in this case as well. If I just draw here, if I draw the long position and if I put our stop loss just at this level, just below our demand zone, and our target would have been somewhere around that. So this is again another trade with a risk to reward ratio greater than 10, and this is very good and very effective trading strategy. And you can also use the supply and demand zones as a confluence in your trading, because if you have detected any candlestick pattern or any chart pattern and you want to see if the trend will get reversed or not, or if you want to see like the trend will continue, you can use the supply and demand zones as a confluences and see if there is a supply or demand zone in the past at the same level at which your candlestick pattern is detected or any chart pattern is detected. And that can be a very good confirmation of if the market will move in the bearish direction or in the bullish direction, and like if the trend will get reversed or not. And if you are interested in getting this indicator, the links are in the description. You can visit our website www.forexbee.co in order to learn more about the indicator, and I'll put the links in the description as well. See you guys in the next video. Thank you.